Hello, everybody, and welcome to Every Movie Ever. I'm your host, Eric, and this is, of course, the show where we are reviewing every movie ever made. And today we're going to start by looking at The Rescuers. This is a classic. Well, I guess classic is going to, as we're going to find out, is a little bit debatable, but this is the animated Disney feature about a couple of mice trying to save a runaway girl from an evil lady who wants a diamond. Here's the thing. I love The Rescuers. This is one of, if not my favorite Disney animated feature. It, for whatever reason, just speaks to me. I love the main characters, Bernard and Bianca. They're two mice, as played by Bob Newhart, and the always vivacious and funny Ava Gabor, the good Gabor sister. And this is what the deal is that Ava is an agent for an organization called the Rescue Aid Society, and this is what gets me right here. This is a group of mice who work in the basement of the United Nations, and their whole job is helping people who need help. Bernard is their janitor, but he steps up and agrees to go with Bianca to try and save this little girl who has written a message in a bottle that she needs help. One of the things that makes Disney Disney is their handle on emotion. And at its best, The Rescuers is never short of emotion. Particularly, there's a scene early on in the film where Bernard and Bianca go to an orphanage that the girl they're trying to rescue, that she had been living in before she was adopted. And they meet this old cat who was her friend, and the cat tells them all about her and how she's missing, and that scene chokes me up every time. As for the rest of the movie, well, it had been a little while since I've seen it, and watching it this time, it occurred to me that, you know what, The Rescuers maybe isn't that good a movie. It's from sort of a rough period in the history of Disney animation, and you can feel it here at times. The movie is maybe a little bit too long. The music that's in it is a little too saccharine. The animation itself is a little bit on the cheaper side to what we are used to from Disney. But the characters and the emotion do come through in this. And I do think it's still a worthwhile movie that I am going to give a slightly better review for than I should, just because I love it so much. I also recently learned that the villainess in this movie, Madame Medusa, was in the early stages of planning for this movie going to be Cruella de Vil. But for whatever reason, they decided they didn't end up wanting to use Cruella again, and they came up with Madame Medusa, who is honestly just Cruella. It would be interesting to see what this movie would be like with Cruella de Vil in it. It also would be interesting to see this movie done more in the style of 101 Dalmatians, which has that very evocative animation style, as opposed to this one, which just seems a little, I suppose, rushed. At any rate, like I say, I like it better than I should, which is why I'm giving The Rescuers 4 big stars.